3, 2, 1. Hello to another episode of Queer Women of Colour. Hello to my beautiful guest today. How are you?
Hi, doing well.
Hi, we're doing great.
Yeah, fabulous. So we've got two fantastic guests, and they are Barbara and Christine. Hello, guys. Where are you today? Where are you located?
We are at home in Rancho Mirage in California, down the road from Palm Springs.
Okay, so down the road from Palm Springs doesn't sound too bad, but that accent doesn't sound like a down the road from Palm Springs accent. So where are you guys from?
Well, my accent is all the way from Croydon.
Woo, Palm Springs, Croydon.
Yeah.
And I'm from St. Croix, the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Okay, fantastic. So would you like to tell us a little bit about yourselves? So you mentioned where you live and where you're from, a little bit about yourselves, the pronouns, how you identify, and whatever you'd like to share, a little introduction to who you guys are.
Okay. I'm Barbara, and I hail from the beautiful Isle of St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands, loving it. And, growing up on an island was just spectacular for me. It was sunshine all day, every day, a beautiful ocean to swim in, and the sea as well. And I decided to move from St. Croix and come to the mainland just for more opportunities. And it has been really wonderful here. I have two grown sons that are doing very well, very proud of them. And we're grandparents. Yes, we are.
Great grandparents.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're very excited. Life has been great. Love it. Love living in the Palm Springs, Southern California desert valley area. Have great community here. So life has been great. Met this incredible woman, and she has been in my life for 24 years, and it's just been a fabulous journey.
Most of it.
Which is life. It's like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Christine?
I'm Christine. I'm actually from England, London, born and raised in South London, and my parents are Jamaican. I moved to Los Angeles in 1991. Used to come out on vacation to see a family friend, and sunshine and palm trees seduced me.
Croydon, sunshine, palm trees.
Exactly, yeah. And so I came out in 91. I met Barbara in 2000 in a club, a gay club in LA.
Okay.
And we've been I met on my birthday.
Fantastic.
And we've been together ever since. And so we lived in LA for another 10, 11 years. We met in 2000, and then we moved to Seattle to be closer to the grandkids who were just being born at that time. I lived there for 7 years. And then I said, okay, this weather is too much like England. Gray skies, I'm done now. Have to get back to the sunshine. And so we moved back to California in 2019.
Okay. Any regrets leaving San Francisco?
Seattle?
Seattle,
sorry.
No. It's beautiful in the summer, but the rest of the time, the gray skies, it's a downer.
Okay.
Yeah. And now, also we have much more community here.
Absolutely.
There's quite a community of gay women here.
Fantastic. Wow.
So we have a little group of us. We've now named ourselves the Coachella Valley. Was it? Coachella Valley. It's a new name.
It's a new name. We're all getting used to it.
We were the Desert Divas.
I like Desert Divas. The alliteration there works. No?
Yeah, they wanted something broader to encompass the area. So yeah. So that's been fantastic.
Yeah.
That really is.
Yeah, it's mainly a group of women of color. And there's about 30 of us or more. It's sometimes
30.
Yeah. Mhm.
Whoa.
This might be your next stop, Jeanette.
It is
I know. You're telling me. I know. Might have to make it happen.
Yeah, yeah. But there's quite a community and it's growing.
Mhm.
It's growing.
To be fair, the desert doesn't do it for me, to be fair. I lived in Dubai, obviously not a queer capital, but the desert isn't my thing. I love nature, I love greenery.
There's a lot here. You go up into the mountains because there's mountains here, surrounded by
Okay.
mountains.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you come
come
visit, and
visit.
do come and visit with us, you'll see what we're talking about. It is quite a community, beautiful vistas, hiking trails. I mean, there's
Wow.
here so much, you know.
And you grow mangoes out there and avocado. That's the test for
No.
me.
Well,
Well,
avocados grow.
avocados grow in California. They're a big producer of avocados. Hass avocado is known as the California avocado. So avocado and mangoes are plentiful in the grocery.
In the
Plentiful.
grocery store.
Yeah.
Stores, no. I want the tree business. I want the tree.
I know what you mean, girlfriend, but I had to adapt.
So what's your status? You two met 20-something years ago, but what's the status?
We got married when it became legal in 2013.
Okay,
We
fantastic.
got married in 2013. We were living in Seattle then. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was married. How was the process of getting married? Who asked who, and how did that go?
Story.
Well, after 13 years, well, actually more like after 11 years, she proposed to me finally. My goodness.
Okay.
But we knew it was always going to happen. We were waiting for it to be legal in the state that we were living in at the time.
Mhm.
So as soon as it became legal in Washington State,
No,
that's not the story.
No.
Oh,
but that's
okay,
not
then
the
you tell the
story.
story.
So I actually proposed. We were on vacation in Hawaii.
Yes,
What's the name of the mountain?
Haleakala.
Haleakala. We went up there and I proposed while we were on the mountain.
Yes.
How did you propose? How did you do it?
What did I do?
Oh yes, she doesn't even remember how she did.
I was nervous.
She was so nervous. I wasn't quite sure why she was nervous. We were taking a trip, driving around the island, and we stopped at one place, and but there were too many people, and then we went up to Haleakala, and she kept finding little spots, and then somebody would come, and then nothing. I'm going like, why did we stop here? So I guess she finally found the spot and proposed, and it was very romantic. It was lovely. No, she did not get down on one knee.
I was about to ask.
No, couldn't do that. It was rocky on the mountain.
Okay. And did you like hesitate, or was it a definite? Yes, I've been waiting for this. Or
yeah, it was like, what took you so long?
and why was it Christine's job to propose to you?
Well, it wasn't because I already told her I wanted to be married.
That's not a proposal.
Oh my goodness.
I want to be married. That's not a proposal.
That's a demand.
Her response to me was, she'll let me know when she's ready. So I was waiting for when she was ready. So,
you wouldn't have proposed to Christine, Barbara. You wouldn't.
Oh yes, I would. To me, I proposed to her because I told her I wanted to be married to her. You know, years ago. I mean, many years ago. But when the response is, I'll let you know when I'm ready, then you have to wait. You have to sit back and wait. I'm not going to ask her again because she's going to tell me I'm not ready yet. And I knew she wasn't ready yet. So,
so sorry, Christine, a question that you don't have to answer if you don't want to. What changed?
I was ready. What changed? I think for me, in relationships, being with Barbara, after 18 months, that was like the longest relationship I'd had.
Okay.
So I was very wary of relationships.
Okay.
My parents divorced. I'd seen divorce everywhere. So I wasn't a big believer in marriage. Um, and I think my personality, you know, a bit more, I don't know what's the word,
Independent,
independent.
solo.
I thought you were going to say cantankerous.
Absolutely not. No.
Whereas Barbara is very much a couples person.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think those things, and I think, you know, we'd been together at that point, I don't know, what,
13
13
years.
years?
Almost 13
Yeah.
years.
And I said, okay, I suppose I'm going to be with her.
Oh my
So-
God. I suppose.
And at that time, it was also the whole talk about gay marriage was around,
Mhm.
and they think, okay, you know, the likelihood we're going to be able to actually get married. I think at that point, California had passed
already.
it,
Mhm.
and then it got
And
rescinded.
And then they passed it again.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And my whole thing was I didn't want to get married until it was legal federally.
Okay. Okay.
Because after we got engaged, it was a few years before we got married.
Yeah, it's just the timing. We were trying because our
because
parents
And
all of that.
I wanted it to be legal federally, not just in a state, because we'd seen what had happened where they'd said yes, then it got flip-flopped and the marriages weren't valid anymore. And yeah.
Not good, not good. So what type of wedding did you have?
So where we lived in Seattle, we lived right on the Sound, on the water.
Mm-hmm.
And so we actually got married down by the water's edge.
Okay, beautiful.
Right where we lived. And, you know, my mum had Parkinson's and Barbara's mum,
Yeah.
she wasn't doing that.
She wasn't doing that well, and they didn't live in the state. Her mom in England, and my mom lived in Southern California.
And my sister and her family were in England.
And so the logistics of getting everyone together was just not happening.
So we said, okay, we're just going to do a small thing, just us.
Okay.
And we just video it and send
it to.
So it was initially going to be Barbara and I,
the officiant,
who was a friend of ours,
Okay.
and her wife. And then I have, so the year before,
story.
It's okay, go for it.
A friend that I grew up with, we've known each other since she was 2 and I was 8.
Mm-hmm.
She'd been with her boyfriend for like 20 odd years. I get a call one morning from England saying, we're getting married in Las Vegas.
Okay.
We want you and Barbara to come and be our witnesses.
And they weren't telling anyone in England.
They weren't telling anyone they're
getting married.
Big business, big deal, very, very, you know, a lot of respect there for that.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
So unfortunately, Barbara couldn't make it.
I had a commitment.
So I went and was their witness. It was great. And from that time, we started celebrating our anniversaries. Their anniversary. How did it work? No, how did it work?
So on their first anniversary of their wedding, they were coming back to Vegas and invited us to go back to Vegas with them to celebrate with them their first anniversary.
So that was around the time we were getting married.
Okay.
So they came out, and so they were part of the wedding, and Barbara told her sons, you know, we're getting married, but
we're not having
anyone.
And they lived only 2.5 hours away.
Drive away.
Mm-hmm.
They insisted on coming.
Good.
With their kids. And so it was 11 of us total for the wedding. And
so that was it. It was a small affair, but you didn't do anything else after that, no?
What we did, we had a meal catered after the wedding in the condo we were living in.
Okay.
To the meal, and we had drinks, and it was.
So anyway, we got married on the lawn by the ocean, and all our neighbors, because we lived in a condo, and all the condos faced the ocean. So everyone was on their balcony looking at the wedding. So we had a lot of people at the wedding.
And did you get along with your neighbors?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We were the only people of color in the entire complex, but yeah, we did.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
talking about your sons wanting to attend and attending, what is it like for people who are a little bit older yourselves, growing up, being members of the queer community? How has that journey and experience been for you? And maybe have there been changes, or not just law-wise, but in terms of attitudes? Yeah, maybe not.
Well, if I understand your question, it's how the community, or
How has it been
as a queer person?
Has it
You know,
changed?
I haven't found that I've had any major controversy being a queer person in my life. I think professionally, my profession being in art sales and also being in customer service is never affected me, because it seems like wherever I work, there were always queer people, you know, even when I was straight. I can't say when I was straight. When I lived in the straight world, how's that? Right. So I've always been surrounded with, people, queer people. And so when I, was out fully in the community, my world hardly changed. I must say. There was hardly a noticeable difference in my life and in my world, even complete with my family. When I came out to um, my family was very accepting, especially my
Fantastic.
mom. She was so embracing, you know.
Beautiful,
So,
beautiful.
yeah. And my dad, everybody was on my side, was there supporting me, including my sons. So, as far as that, in my professional and my personal life, it's been an easy journey for me compared to a lot of stories that I've heard. Yeah.
Definitely. Do you want to say anything to that?
Yeah, it's been the same for me. I think the hardest part of the process for me was within me in coming out. I've had nothing, friends, family, everyone has just, been accepted. It's not been an issue. And in my professional life, I'm a financial advisor. So I've always been, careful around that with clients. So I didn't come out to all my clients up front. I kind of, before I'd come out, I'd kind of get a gauge of where I felt they were. But to be quite honest, everyone, I've never had an issue. Never had an issue. Everyone is very accepting. I think we've been lucky.
Yeah.
We've been very
We've
lucky.
been very, very fortunate that
in
way.
having that experience, because I know it's not the same for everyone. And I got to say, with my mom, she was immediately accepting, but I could see it was a struggle in certain ways. It's not like she was introducing Barbara initially as my partner, that kind of thing.
And that was a
friend.
Right.
Yes. And that was okay, because you have to
And
look
your
at their
mom as
world,
well,
and my
yeah.
mom, you have to look at their world, and what they have to deal with,
Definitely.
So, yeah, it takes, and then eventually it was like nothing to them. It was,
And they're not sure how people are going to react. So they're, cautious. Yeah. But no, we've had good experience with.
Yeah, we certainly have. I had one friend back home that I hadn't seen for years. And when I went home, and I was out at home, and I had my partner with me at the time, and called, and she made an appointment. She was coming over to see, and she never showed up. And so I was like really surprised, because she was really a good friend. So it took years, and she finally reached out, and just as
she say?
she didn't say anything, and I just let it be, and we became friends again, as if though the incident didn't happen. That was easier for her, because I also suspect that she may be,
the member,
but not out, so there was always that.
Okay. It's a question. So, Christine, you're in the States. You've been there. That's your life. Do you feel that that's been the same kind of response to in the UK as well, to your UK friends as well?
Yes, they had, because that was a tough one for me
Mm-hmm.
to actually come out to my friends. It took years. We were together years before I actually came out to friends in the UK. And it wasn't a problem. Some of them were a bit offended that I hadn't come out to them before.
Sooner.
And
Yeah.
why would I keep that from them?
Okay.
Yeah. But it's interesting because I think I moved to the States when I was 33. I had not been with a woman while I was in England.
Mm.
And I think if I'd stayed in England, I'm not sure if I would have come out.
You wouldn't have flourished in the way that you have done.
No, I don't think so.
Why do you say that?
I think just the environment. You coming from a West Indian background, it's not something that's spoken about. It's funny because neither of my parents, my mum or my dad, I never ever heard them say anything negative about gay people, ever. My mum was a nurse, so she'd work with gay men and was friendly with them and everything. My sister worked in the fashion business, had a lot of gay friends.
Of course. Mm-hmm.
And my mum was fine with them, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like I had any negativity in my home about it, but I don't know. It just not, you just knew there was in the community at large, it's just not something that's out there.
You still feel the same today? Because I know that you are back and forth, to the UK, and you've got people in the UK who are members of the queer community. Feel that that's the same, or
I think it's changed. It's definitely changed, and it's definitely different now. I just look at my niece and nephew. Yeah, it's different. It's different. Okay. Yeah, it's much more open than it was. So.
A repressive society, but aren't all of them?
Yeah.
So just thinking about where you're at now and the joyful life that both of you have had, what would you say to your 15, 16-year-old self? Yeah, what would you say?
The one thing I would say is be yourself. Follow your aspirations, your dreams, your feelings. Go with it. Don't hold yourself back. Yeah, that would be the big thing for me. I think that's really important.
Yeah, I would say to my 16-year-old self is that you were right.
You did let that get up.
There's a big world out there, and you're going to go for it. And I did, and yeah.
You still are, and you still are.
Yeah. So I would pat my 16-year-old self on the back and say, yeah, okay, so you made some mistakes, but it's gonna turn out okay. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Okay, cool. I know that you two are loved up and have been loved up for a long time. However, do you have any funny or not so funny dating stories that you'd like to share?
What kind of stories?
Dating stories.
Stories.
Oh, first date.
Yeah, go
okay.
On.
So after we met, she invited me out, of course, and of course. And so we're going to meet at this club that's called The Jewel, which is Catch One. And The Jewel was downstairs.
Yeah, that's
so right. We're going to meet at The Jewel. Right?
They had a networking event thing.
Yeah. I was living in the Bahamas before I met her, and I had just moved back, really stateside, just started working back again. And so I didn't have a cell phone back in those days. I just got back, and cell phones were a big deal. On the island, it wasn't that big a deal. Okay, so I don't have a cell phone, but I'm driving and I'm quite a ways away from her and caught in traffic and not able to reach her to say, I'm going to be very late. So
Okay.
I show up about an hour plus for this date. And I was not expecting her to be there, really, the first time. But I show up anyway, and there she was. I went like, gotcha.
So Christine, what made you wait?
Yeah, I keep asking myself that question. I don't know. I don't know. I waited.
She waited. I mean, I was an hour and a half minimum late.
Late.
Really late.
Wow.
Part of it might have been because I lived down the road.
And then
I could walk there.
She could walk where she lived, but why would that keep you waiting there? Come on.
I don't know.
But anyway, she waited. So I was truly impressed with that. I have to say, I was very impressed with that she waited for me, and she knew I didn't have a phone. She knew that, but she didn't know where I was either.
No.
So she didn't know that I couldn't get to a phone, but when I explained where I was, and I was in 5 o'clock rush hour traffic in LA,
You got it. Christine, did you know that she was going to turn up and just kind of waited knowing, or was it just like it had nowhere else to go and nothing better to do? So like, not being disrespectful, but just
very
like
much. maybe a combination of both. I don't know. It was just a gut feeling, a reaction. Okay, I'll wait. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
The spark was there. It obviously had to have been, because why would you sit there and wait? So there was something there, more there.
I'd give her the opportunity. I don't know.
There was something there. There was something there for me, Otherwise, an hour and a half late, why would I even bother going?
Christine, question, would you say that that's your personality? Would you have waited for anybody for like that period of time?
No.
No. So it's just this special person.
Yeah.
No, that's not her personality at all.
No, I would have left.
Okay.
I would have left. I don't know. I've tried to figure out, why did I stay? I don't know.
Because of this beautiful union.
Yes, the magic was there. We just didn't know it yet, You
got the stuff, Barbara.
The spirit was in the air, and something was telling us.
Something was saying,
this is it.
Yeah,
compelling me to wait.
So I know that we've been on an Olivia cruise together, and that we kind of spent some time last year now in Gran Canaria.
Yes.
Are there places that you two have been to, either individually or as a couple, and felt like this is like a really good space to be as a queer woman of colour, or conversely, this is not a space that I want to be or ever go back to as a queer woman of colour? And I know that you two travel.
Yeah. That's a really good question. Yes, I know a place that I don't particularly care to go back to as a woman of color, and that is the Bahamas.
As a queer woman.
As a queer woman, yeah. I don't know how much have changed. I used to live there. I actually owned a gay bar there, a nightclub, and it was a traumatic situation. Not much I want to talk about, but yeah, it's not a place that I would want to go back. Beautiful beaches. I mean, geez, some of the most beautiful beaches in the world, I have to say. But it's being a woman of color, and the Caribbean is homophobic as it is, unfortunately. And that was very homophobic there. Very homophobic. But again, things may have changed.
When was the last time that you were there?
Oh gosh. It's been maybe 20 years or or less, 18 years or something like that. It's been a long time. So
And Christine, anything that you'd like to add?
there anywhere I wouldn't go back to as a queer?
Or would, like, this place was
Good.
this place
Was
was incredible, was like heaven on earth.
Right now, here is, as a gay
Okay.
Black gay woman,
Yeah.
right here is. It's
Yeah.
really amazing the community we have here. It's been the best for any place that we've lived
Yeah.
together, you know, as far as a queer woman of color. Strangely enough, in this very white desert, but it's also quite gay,
Yeah.
white Republican.
If there's anywhere that I wouldn't stay is Seattle, but I don't know if that's being queer, more being a person of color.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't think of anywhere.
We've been very fortunate with experiences. Truly
Yeah.
have.
You know, because we just came back from
Australia.
Australia
You know,
and Fiji,
Mhm.
and we went on a boat trip in Fiji,
Mm.
and we connected with this couple from Vancouver, Canada. I don't know, they got to be, I suppose they're
In there.
70s or
70s,
late 60s, 70s.
70s.
And straight couple, and got on with like a house on fire with them. It was like boom.
Yeah.
And they had no
qualms with us being who we are at all.
Did you have qualms with them being who they are? No.
no.
That's right.
The strange thing is on that same boat trip, it was maybe 20, 30 people maximum.
Mhm.
And out of those 20, 30 people maximum, there were 3 gay couples, including us.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, it was really strange because we all didn't know each other, of course. There were 2 lesbians, white lesbians, 2 Asian guys, and us. So we were the spectrum,
Yeah.
you know, of our community.
I think it's a reflection
of the world today.
Things.
Yeah, changing times, which is great.
Yeah. And who was it we met? Oh, when we were at the resort in Fiji where we stayed.
Oh, yes.
We met a woman there, and we were talking to her. She was there with her male partner, and we were talking, and I don't know how she asked how long we've been together or something.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking, and then she said her daughter is gay.
Yeah. Just tried to find out a bit more information. It's good.
Yeah. So it's different.
Yeah, it's different wherever you go in different places in the world. We haven't found that we've been discriminated against wherever we have traveled. I don't remember any major discrimination, a major incident or anything.
Or where I felt
uncomfortable.
Particularly.
But I know I feel very comfortable in the city of Amsterdam.
Okay.
That's so international there. But most places have been fine. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't know whether this applies to you now or whether it was something, years gone by, but are there any people, do you have any icons who are queer women of colour?
Icons.
Are there any people that you look up to who are queer women of colour, or look up to, or no?
Well, that's for me. I really don't really look at, when I look at people and people that I want to look up to and stuff. It's so broad and general of what my interests are and what I feel people can contribute. So being somebody queer I don't go searching that out at all. So it doesn't come to mind immediately.
Who comes to mind for me is Gail.
Oh, another woman in our community here. That's
Okay.
Gail Christensen. She passed last year.
Okay.
And she was very much
yes, Gail.
She was one of the first gay women, her and her partner, that came out to the desert here to live. and they used to give parties out here in the desert, and people used to come from LA.
And we used to live.
People used to come out to their parties in LA. She was a promoter. They put on events and things like that. But she was more than that, very politically active. And
she worked for NPR.
She was one of the
first Black CBS reporters, actually.
We found out
after she died.
At her memorial.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the long list of accolades and achievements.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. And you're right, Gail. You know?
Yeah. And she always spoke her mind.
Oh, yeah.
You know, yeah, she was an amazing woman. And at her memorial, I found out more about her that I didn't even know, and that just blew my mind. Yeah, her life, she had an amazing life.
Yeah, she was very accomplished, and you would not have recognized her accomplishments from just knowing who she is, you know.
And contributed a lot, always contributed to the community, always.
Okay, so I'm going to flip that now, talking about that person. How would you like to be remembered?
I would like to be remembered just as a kind person, a person who would engage with anyone and bring smiles. That's what I would like. You know,
that's good.
Yeah, that's it for me, really.
Yeah, I'd like to be remembered as a person of integrity.
That you are.
And yeah, just a good person. Just a good person.
Okay. So one of my cats is looking for some attention. So I've taken a little thing that a podcaster here in the UK does. Stephen, I think his surname's Bartlett. He's quite a famous business person and podcaster here. And he asks his guests to basically pose a question for the next guest. So this is the question from my last guest. What brings you the most joy in your life right now?
What brings me the most joy in my life right now? Well, I think Barbara is definitely a part of that joy. And I think what brings me the most joy is being able to really live my life the way I want to live it. Yeah, that's huge. Yeah.
For me, I grew up very poor. And to be able to, as I said, tell my 16-year-old self, it's okay, you're doing well. And to be able to live the life that I dreamt. And with this woman, it's truly amazing. And to have two beautiful children that are thriving and really thriving, you know, that just brings joy to my heart. Yes, to be living the life that I am. Yeah.
Beautiful. What would you like me to ask my next guest?
Yeah. What would you do to contribute to our community to make it a happier place to be?
Fantastic, thank you. Anything else, Christine, from you?
Or maybe I think that's a good one. I think that's a good one.
Okay, fantastic. Let's have a look. I'm just looking through my questions. And what do you most look forward to about the future?
More travel.
Is there anywhere left that you guys haven't been to?
Lots of places, of course. For me, I would really look forward to finding a place on this planet that can bring me some of your background, some beaches, some tropical place that I can spend at least 3 months a year. That's what I look forward to in my future with Christine. Yeah.
I look forward to playing tennis or pickleball every day of the week.
Every day of the year.
and not being tied to my computer.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Adulting side of things, yeah.
Yes.
Where would this be? Where would this be, Barbara?
St. Croix.
Okay. you didn't know that.
I'm surprised because she's been I keep saying, let's get a place in St. Croix. She's like, I don't know if I want to live.
So I'm changing my
mind. Which is good. Plenty of time left to still find those spaces and places and explore. Yeah, deserts and beaches and mountains, Mother Nature at her best is what I have to say there. I'm just thinking, I'm kind of going to come to a close, I think, shortly. So is there a question that you would have liked me to have asked you? Is there anything that you'd like to add that maybe I haven't talked about, that we haven't talked about?
Yeah. I was gonna say, you haven't asked us about our relationship and how do you stay together for 24 years?
So that's a very good question. What would you say? What is the key to your relationship? What advice would you give to people who are looking for a long-lasting relationship and still being in love with each other and enjoying each other's company?
I think you got to accept that it's not always going to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a biggie. There are going to be times when you're like, why?
Being realistic though, isn't it? That's being
we do.
I think compromise is a big part of that. You have to compromise. Compromise. And it's just never always going to be perfect. We actually split up for a period of 2 years.
Okay.
During that time we've been together.
Which in those 2 years, we saw each other. We went on family vacations. So our friends were split up.
There was no sex.
There was no sex for 2 years. So
that was the only thing. But other than that, you were just like best friends during that time.
We were friends. We spoke every day. So communication, and I think that's what enabled us to be where we are here today. Compromise, as Christine said, accepting the person for who they are. This is who you are. You're not going to change. You're an individual, and you have to allow that space.
You have to accept the things that you don't like so much about a person. Yeah. You have to accept it. That's who they are. That's who they are. As long as it's nothing too major. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's every day. It's not like, sometimes it's every day. There's always something every day that you've got to go like, okay, that's who she is, And
that's who I am as well, though, isn't it? It's the acknowledgement.
Yes, and this is what I signed up for. Yeah, and
choice.
That's right. Admit to your choice. That's your choice.
Yeah.
As long as it's your choice and that you don't feel that you have no choice. Once you feel you have no choice, it's over. The happiness rather is over. Once you feel there's no choice.
Yeah. I think it's, you can look from the outside, looking at other people's relationships, and you think, oh, everything's perfect, everything's great. No, that's not a reality. It's not a reality.
It's true.
So it's constant. It's a constant effort and work has to be put in to maintain.
Just as it is with friendship, it takes work. Just to maintain friendship, it takes time and effort,
and commitment.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Anything else that you'd like to say about being a beautiful queer couple of color? Queer couple of color. That sounds quite weird to say, but yeah. Sorry, what were you about to say, Barbara?
Oh, the other thing is what I would like for you to ask some of your guests that has children, how it was for them with children, how it was for their kids as well, because that could bring some insight for other couples as well. As I said, for me, my kids, their response was when I divorced my husband, they were, Mom, we just want you to be happy. That's all.
Beautiful.
That was basically their response. And so life continued, and which it does. But if you wanted to continue in a positive light, communicate, just speak, and let your kids know what's going on in your life rather than not.
Fantastic, thank you. Is there anything else that you'd like to say or share or ask or be asked or yeah?
Just thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us,
Yes,
for sure. Yeah,
Thanks
we
for
enjoyed
that.
this.
Yeah, it was
My absolute pleasure. It's like such a joy to see a beautiful black couple that have been together for a long time. I've spent a little bit of time in your company. We had, a lovely time together, but
That was
it's just, it was
Yeah.
fantastic. But just, share your relationship with people. And we come from Caribbean backgrounds, and
Yes.
you guys have had a fantastic journey, your coming out experience by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Built a lovely life together. And that's not the case for everybody, but it's great. It's a great testament for people to see. And, there's a place out there in the desert that I need to go and check out because it could be the right place for me because you ain't doing it. But it's just a testament to see that there's a space where Black queer women are living their best lives and having a fantastic time, building community at home and thriving. And that's what we all deserve. So,
And Jeanette, if we can put you in contact with some of them if you're interested.
Yeah. And the name of our group is Coachella Valley Sisters Network.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe that's a Facebook thing. If I don't know if I can join the group or something.
You know what? We haven't done. We're so new as far as putting a group
name
together. It's very informal group, but we have so many talented ladies in that group. It's phenomenal.
Yeah,
it's phenomenal.
So there might be some in there for you to interview.
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope we can at least break bread again another day. Would be fantastic. That would be
great. Yeah, we're coming to London, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can hook up.
Yeah, we'll be there this year, so we'll let you know the dates.
That'd be cool. That'd be fantastic.
We'll come up to Stratford upon Avon.
We'll go for a boat ride on the Avon or something like that.
Yeah, sounds fabulous.
Yeah, definitely. It has to be on a summer day, though. Summer's day.
Oh, sure.
We'll be there in the summer.
Only in the summer.
For that one day. The year that we get good weather. Okay, so just really from me, thank you so much for responding to my call to action, for being up and open and honest about life and about your journey and just telling people about your history. So thank you for sharing that today. To our listeners and to our viewers, so please, if you'd like to share your story on the Queer Women of Colour podcast, then please get in touch with me. And if you like what you hear today, please like, save and share. And we are over and out today. Thank you. Goodbye.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeanette.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.